those free passes. This is a young athlete that is such a competitor. Tight spin on multiple out pitches, screwball, changeup, curveball. That's the rise ball as well, getting in there. But this is a pitcher who just has a lot of tools in her toolbox.
There's a look at the lineup. We talked about the top four. Katie Simic slides up to the 5 spot in the lineup, courtesy of a 2-home run game on Saturday, which was nearly 3 in 3 at-bats. Got robbed by Kendra Falby out in center field. Texas tonight trying to do what has only been done 3 times in the last 20 years, and that is sweep Florida at home. It would also match their biggest road sweep in history.
Well, and it's really been the free passes in the series that have hurt Florida. This is we look at those free passes. That's the 5th error of the series already for Florida, combined with 15 walks and 3 hit batters. It's tough to keep the Longhorns off the board when you're giving them that many free bases.
Already a runner within reach of home plate for Caden Henry, the sophomore in the 2 spot. Has a hit in both games in the series. A little flare out to left. 3 for 8 against Florida. Has driven in a couple, has scored 3 times. They do mash at the top of the order with Maloney, Atwood, Scott, and Henry.
Well, the speed too. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Maloney, that's an error. Usually 2 bases. She's standing on 3rd. Kate Henry, Mia Scott right behind her. I mean, all 3, a ton of speed, can create that havoc.
Top 4 in the order have a .648 on-base percentage in the series. They've scored 12 of the 20 runs. They're responsible for driving in 14 of the 20 runs. And look at the damage.
Yeah, just incredible. It's hard to keep any team off the board when you have those gaudy numbers.
Infield has pulled in to try and save the runner at 3rd, and that's fouled off by Caden. Sophomore from Dickinson, Texas. Coming back from injury last week. Has been striking out less this year, putting more balls in play.
This thing with that at bat from Kaden Henry is actually the pitches that she fouled off. I mean, 4 different foul balls, changeups. She's battling off to the left side, and then she gets a pitch middle. Look at the location of this, and it's because of the pitches that she either took or fouled off to get to something she could drive. That's what we've seen from the top of Texas's lineup.
They've seen plenty of Oxley, who in that opener of the series threw 4 innings, went around the batting order a couple of times. Here's Mia Scott with a 16-game hitting streak. That includes a 3-run home run in this series, as she then turns and tries to lay down a bunt. Batting .579 against ranked opponents this year. And the throw down, and they got her. Henry leaning towards second. Snap throw from Erickson, 1 down.
Erickson is so strong behind the dish, left-handed, so she's very sneaky with the way that she can make that throw down to first base. So look at the way she's just going to drop to her knee, going to throw right behind Mia Scott. And Henry's just a little late getting back to the bag.
In foul territory and playable for Erickson, who makes a back-to-back nice plays. 2 down. That'll bring up Reese Atwood. Reese, a home run, 4 RBIs in the series, and the first pitch swinging out to Corby Otis, side retired, but a run does get in for Texas. Gators picking up the bats when we come back. Getting themselves down a run And for Kendra in that leadoff, a 17-game hitting streak. She has reached safely in all 31 Florida Gator games this year. And facing Mac Morgan now for the third time in the series, her first start after a couple of relief appearances on Saturday. Has started twice against Florida. 10 innings of work without allowing an earned run. That includes her run rule shutout win over the Gators last year at the Women's College World Series.
Yeah, she was on fire in that game in Oklahoma City. Just heavy drop ball falling off the table. Gators couldn't catch up to it.
Texas played for the national championship for the second time in 3 years, losing both of those to Oklahoma. Slow roller to shortly and good. The one hopper and a nice scoop by Katie Simmons gets the speedy Falby one down as we look at Morgan's scout.
Well, Mac Morgan is all about that drop ball in the lower part of the zone. She's got great late sharp movement up near 70 miles an hour. That over-the-top rotation, a four-seam drop ball is just heavy. It falls off the table. And she'll run you from low to low or into the ground. You really have to try to make her elevate that pitch. Tough to do, though.
Here's Taylor Shoemaker. We talk about the top four for Texas. We're right there with them. This top four for the Gators. With Falby, then Shoemaker. One of the top home run hitters and RBI producers in the country. Just a freshman. Followed by the All-Americans, Otis and Erickson.
One of the things that Texas has done a really good job on against Taylor Shoemaker, the top, not just freshman in the country right now, but one of the top hitters in the country, is really coming inside. You see that front foot that's open for Taylor Shoemaker, and she'll even start to keep that front foot open, knowing that her hands need to be able to get to that inside pitch. She was talking about it coming into the series, saying no one has ever thrown me inside all through high school, even preseason. It wasn't until I got to the SEC, and you guys, the numbers have doubled.
Yeah. Numbers of inside pitches. Hard hit, but right at the defender, Katie Bennett, 2 down.
Perfect positioning by Katie Bennett. Talking with the Texas coaching staff, they were saying about how their positioning was going to be so important against Shoemaker. They were going to be a little bit more up the middle in this game, and they were well positioned to be able to make that line drive out.
Here's a look at Mike White now in his 7th season with the Longhorns. Big 12 champions in the regular season last year, finally breaking through. They took 2 of 3 in the regular season over Oklahoma. Sooners came back at them in the Big 12 tournament and then in the Champ Series in OKC. But they are the preseason favorites. Can you imagine if they go back-to-back Big 12 champs to SEC champs? Wow. Long way to go. This is their debut weekend. And oh, by the way, those Sooners are 6-0 in the conference to open up with sweeps of South Carolina and Arkansas. They are the lone remaining unbeaten in the country. Here's Corby Otis. 2 for 7 in the series with an RBI. To second base, another one on the ground, and a 1-2-3 start for Mac Morgan.
Top 5, I should say, hits, doubles, good defense as well, and then of course all those strong arms in the circle.
Let's see if the Gators can keep a Katie Simmons hit in the yard. Her last 3 all left the building. Kendra Falby was able to reach over the wall in center to bring that last one back in her last at-bat on Saturday afternoon. Waits on the off seat, off the end of the bat. How about that revisit of game 2?
Kate Simmons, I mean, just showing it off. Her first home run. It got out of here so quick, center field. And then this one pulled left center field off her almost own face out there at the scoreboard. And then the third one brought back, as you said, Falby.
Now they're checking to see if Oxley's okay. She stumbled on that last pitch. Appears to be all right. 1-2.
She works so quick.
Very quick. And she usually throws about 24% changeups. I think she's almost at 50% in this game. Every other pitch is a changeup. It is a lethal pitch.
Hey, got her upstairs with her other out pitch, the rise ball.
Well, the setup was the changeup. And you start looking down, you start looking off, and then all of a sudden you see a rise ball up at your eyes, and you end up chasing it out of the zone, and that's exactly what happened. Simmons taken up the ladder by Oxley. First strikeout of the game on the rise.
Pops it up right side. Catch is made by Reagan Walsh. 2 down, and a shout out to the Gators for wearing the green socks today. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you and yours.
At 7, designated player number 9, Joey Mitchell.
Socks, green ribbons, they are covered.
That F behind home plate, which is usually orange or blue, is also a shade of green. Fans getting into the spirit, why not? Everybody's Irish today.
That's right.
Mitchell, that's just foul. Jolie's looking for her first hit of the series. She is getting the start as the designated player today. 0 for 6 on Saturday. 0-2 from Oxley. And waits on the off speed and lashes that out to Falby. 2 out base runner. Second hit of the night for Texas.
Jolie Mitchell moved all the way up into the front of the box, and I think kind of being able to hunt a little bit more. Second time seeing Oxley, and you see her up in the front of the box, and then her ability to slow her hands down enough. You see, she recognizes the changeup, able to get a hit.
Well, that was an 0-2 pitch. We saw that in game 1. Oxley with quite a few hits given up on 0-2 needs to expand that strike zone a little more, throw that changeup a little bit more in the dirt when you're that far ahead of hitters.
Here's Leanne Good, junior from San Antonio. 2 for 8 in the series. Actually getting ahead of the hitters this inning.
That was a great pitch. Right at the knees, off speed.
Good skies that one out to Otis. 1 hit, 1 left on, 1-0 Texas. Sweep that's only happened 3 times in 19 years at home. Last time was Arkansas in 2022. And trying to break through with a home run. What did that say? Back-to-back
57 games.
without a home run the first time in 57 games. They'll go with 4, 5, and 6. Here's one of the candidates to end that drought. Jocelyn Erickson. She's got 9 of them on the year, 4 in her last 10 games. 2 for 6 in the series. Had a big 2-run double on Saturday. Excuse me, 3-run double. And nice glove work at first, Katie Simmons. 1 down.
Nice play by Simmons to be positioned and stab at that ball. That was well struck by Erickson.
Here's Reagan Walsh. Reagan's got 7 home runs in her last 10 games, a 3rd-team All-American last year. Tim Walton loves to talk about how she invested in herself, going from a reserve to a starter to a really bright light for this offense last year.
Power numbers, impressive the way she's been able to add those.
Understand her swing path. I mean, that's one of the things Tim Walton does so well, is just sees the strength of a hitter. She's been able to get underneath the ball a little bit more, get that backspin, something they practice incessantly. She's always kind of had the strength and the power, but now being able to capitalize with the numbers you see there.
There's Tim, now in his 20th season with the Gators, a pair of national championships in 2014 and 2015. That's the last SEC crowns. Gators were in the championship series in 2017. That's the last time an SEC squad played for the title. So with the depth this year, with the addition of Texas and OU, the league hopeful to get back on top this season.
Oh, and he picked up win number 1,000 earlier this year. In December, he was inducted in the NFCA Hall of Fame. All those accolades starting to add up for Coach Walton.
Ground ball to Scott. 2 down. I think he's being bashful so far on Mic'd Up Monday. We hope to provide you with some sound.
This is where we need the earpiece and the mic.
You do it.
Talk to him. that would be, and they could turn it on and off. There's a moment where they don't want to hear us, but then, like right now, I mean, it's 2 outs. Let's go.
And that's impressive. If you're mentioned with Mike Candrea, you know that your career is at the peak.
Walton has multiple championships. Of course, Candrea did as well at Arizona, but there are only 3 active with multiple titles. Walton, Patty, and Kelly-I. Opposite way, Katie Stewart's under it. First 6 retired for Mac Morgan.